Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft 2. I'm Nye.
I'm Mako, and we are at the end, I think.
Yeah, I believe this is I'm pretty sure this is the last mission of the Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty campaign. So let's go see what Tychus has to say about that.
Push. You ready for
And there's
this?
Raynor confirming that.
That I am, partner. Hell, we're gonna be the guys.
I love that Tychus is still going on about killing the Queen of Blades, and you know that Raynor doesn't want that.
Oh, yeah.
Old man's might even give you a pardon.
Mm-hmm.
Get one thing straight, Tychus. If Valerian
And so now they're having that conversation.
Can turn Kerrigan human again, I'm taking her away from this.
You listening to what I'm putting down
You know what
here?
I'm saying?
I hear you, Jimmy. And I know you want.
I do like the heart-to-heart we have right here.
But after all the misery she's caused, well, let's just say some folks don't deserve second chances.
But you got
I'll
one.
be the judge of that.
You know, that's the thing. You know, Tychus got one.
All these years, Minsk made you out to be the devil himself.
And then here's
But I've
Warfield
seen you put it
going,
on the
you know,
line for
son of a
men who
bitch.
otherwise be hunting you down.
You know, I
The
understand.
Emperor's the one should be brought to justice. All I ever wanted.
And I do love that. I love Warfield's robotic
Talking
arm.
in the battle with a stranger, taking enemy fire, holding the line, shoulder to shoulder. That's the great.
You're missing a
equalizer.
shoulder. I don't think you can use that phrase anymore.
It's an honor to fight at your side.
I sure do appreciate that, General.
I'm kind of interested that Raynor didn't return the sentiment. And the artifact.
You spent a lot of time hunting down all them pieces. Now it's all together. This thing gives me the willies, something awful.
Getting cold,
It
hey,
would.
Tychus?
When I look at it, it's like I can hear voices in my head.
Well, remember, it's a
Someone
Zelnaga
done
artifact.
this thing
Zelnaga
better.
are like the Protoss gods.
Right now, this artifact is the most important.
And so
weapon in
far,
the
we have
universe.
no idea what this
And
thing
we're going
does.
to use it.
Yeah, I just wish the damn thing came with an instruction manual.
These are pretty high thoughts for Tychus.
Yeah.
Sitting,
Like, this is a... this is a little bit much.
time.
Pretty big words there, man.
Pretty big words.
Easy, Tychus.
There we
This
go.
ain't science fiction.
We had to have the fourth wall-breaking comment to the very end. Okay, and lastly, the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad day for us here at UNN.
Uh-oh.
I regret to inform you that
Oh,
last
no.
night Donnie Vermillion had himself committed
Oh,
Donnie
yes.
committed
Mental
himself.
Health Center here on Core Hall. While the nature
Really?
of his abrupt mental breakdown remains unknown, we do know that he was clad
And a
only in
pound
tights and rumored
of
to be
peanut
in
butter.
possession Of Emperor Mengsk's manifesto and a pound of peanut butter. We wish you
I'm
all the best,
I'm really
Donnie, and
curious,
hope for your
but I am
speedy
very
recovery.
glad that Kate
In the
Lockwell is
meantime,
now
I'll be
the
taking
chief
over as
anchor.
chief
She seems
anchor
to have a
here
better
at
head on her
UNN.
shoulders.
For UNN, I'm Kate Lockwell.
Yes. And she celebrates. Okay, guys, we have done everything. We have, you know, we've done every side quest. We've picked everything up. Didn't get all the achievements, and I don't really care all that much, to be honest with you, because there's just some things I'm not willing to do. May go back eventually and do them. But for now, it is time to do our final mission, which is called All In. And as a person who is fascinated with gambling, I believe this is quite accurate.
The Engineer Corps is moving the Zelnaga artifact to the base of the primary hive cluster.
Yep.
We'll entrench the last of our defenses all around it.
Things are going to happen here,
Unfortunately,
folks.
It's going to take some time to charge up the device for a strike against the Queen of Blades.
So,
Intel
Don't tell
provided
me
by
this is a
Mobius
simple hold the
Foundation
line.
suggests that
It
the
is a
Zerg
simple
will be
hold the
attracted
line.
by the artifact's pulse emanations.
except it's not
Once
that
it's
simple.
activated, all nearby Zerg will go into a frenzy trying to reach it.
There's
We're
no
gonna have
way
to
we
deal
can
with
beat
Nidus
sustained
worms, but
Zerg
no air
attack with what we
support.
got left.
Right.
The artifact itself may help with that. According to Intel, it can discharge what they're calling
See,
an
that's the
energy
thing.
node
That's the
that
useful
should
thing about
kill
this
any
thing.
Zerg within its radius.
If we activate it, it kills all Zerg on
It
the
takes
map
time to recharge after each
temporarily.
use. Otherwise, this would be easy. You'll have to activate the energy nova manually.
Yep.
Fortunately, it pulses on a subsonic frequency.
So basically,
so
we've
we'll
got
be immune to its
this is
We
tower
charge
defense
no.
with a
I'll
bomb.
take all the help we can get
Pretty
right
much.
now, General.
That's a very good way to describe it.
Kerrigan's still out there waiting for us.
How could we forget?
So there will occasionally be Nidus worms that we're going to have to deal with. That's going to be a thing, but it shouldn't be a problem. However, there is a problem. A pretty big problem.
Utilisks?
Nope.
Oh, hello.
That.
Oh, right, her.
Yeah, you didn't think that Kerrigan would be sitting out this fight, right?
I had forgotten about that.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is, Kerrigan has some very specific abilities that she has.
We'll have to use the artifact.
Oh,
Okay, so we have to use the artifact immediately, which puts it on immediate cooldown. So I'm not allowed to use the artifact personally. Immediately.
Defense,
So,
but not nearly impressive enough.
It doesn't kill everything on the map. It kills everything
My
nearby, I
forces are
believe.
without number,
it's,
and yours are
it's everything in a very, very, very
This
large
can only
radius.
end one way.
Now, think the same rules apply with Kerrigan as, like, with the hybrids before. In the off chance she is wounded sufficiently, she just respawns.
That is correct.
Commander, the Zerg will try to overrun us.
Okay, so,
Build bunkers and train more units as soon as possible.
we have a
Things
very
get out of hand,
specific
use the energy
design
nova to clear out your base.
that we're going to be
The
going
recharge
for.
time is pretty fast, so don't hesitate to use it.
Well, we get recharge roughly in every 3 minutes. That's useful to know.
Yep.
Add-on complete.
Don't forget to put units inside those bunkers, but
Well, I mean, I'm going to, but I don't want all these bunkers. The problem with some of these bunkers is that they are a kind of a distance out. And we don't want that. Now, you guys might recall that some time ago, we had an option of deciding between two different Zerg things, right?
right.
Zerg thing number 1 and Zerg thing number 2. We chose for the Zerg thing that was cute. I don't know why you guys are doing that. So, we chose between Zerg thing number 1 and Zerg thing number 2. And we chose the thing that was cute, that allowed us to deal damage to the Zerg and control them, but that was the only thing we chose. Pause. Go do some stuff.
Add-on
You
complete.
guys go do some stuff.
Forces are under attack.
So if you were curious about when having the other stuff would have been smart, this is when. But we're going to be using a very specific strategy.
Base is under attack. Your forces are
This
under
strategy
attack.
does work. It's just weird.
You're under attack to the bottom left somewhere.
Somewhere. It's this building.
The artifact's energy nova is fully recharged.
Oh, we've got Energy Nova.
Yep. We're not going to be using it for a while, though. Hopefully. Oh, hey, that's the thing that's happening.
This better be good. Oh, really?
Your forces are under attack.
Okay. That was irritating. Not what I wanted.
Base is under attack.
Can you,
Not what you
guys
wanted.
coming
But
out.
probably gonna have to make
Your
do.
forces are under attack.
Okay, Mako, if you recall, and I hope you do, we got a very specific thing a while ago. We got a very specific
Upgrade.
technology,
Right.
and that technology said that if
That Hydralisk is gonna pop
I know,
your.
I'm more. That technology said that the more we upgrade damage, the faster we kill stuff. Remember that? The faster we fire?
Okay, yeah.
So that is where our strategy revolves.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected.
Midas Worm inbound. Here we go.
You'll understand more in a few moments. Okay, let's stop that piece of shit. And we're just going to hope that I understand how to do this strategy correctly. Because I've never done this particular strategy before, and it's not my strategy. You jump in there.
Upgrade complete.
Get over here.
Base is under attack. Insufficient rescue gas.
Oh, why are you guys not mining that Vespine gas? Now, one of the notable things about this strategy that we're using right now is that we chose very specifically to not have any anti-air, right? Because we didn't need it. No.
You lost a supply depot.
We lost several supply depots.
Bad news? Sure thing. Yes, sir. I can't build here.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected. Nidus worm inbound.
Yep, we got some more nice worms inbound. And now they're not. Okay, now as I said, we got a very specific strategy. There's a very specific thing we're trying to do. And there's a reason we're going to do it the way that we're doing it. And part of the reason is Kerrigan herself.
Oh, right. She hasn't come into play yet.
No, she hasn't. And when she does, she is going to be Queen Bitch.
Better hope that your artifact is charged up by then. I forget what her respawn timer is, but it's not instant. But
Nope. I had to use the artifact a little bit earlier than I would have necessarily liked to. So, that's going to be a thing. Also, these bunkers that are up here are not going to last for very long, and they're not intended to either. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. We're probably going to call in the Jackson's Revenge just so I have a mobile force that's able to counter things. Okay, now you guys are going to start seeing the strategy right about now, so I want you to watch our tanks. Now, what you're watching for... Okay, she just spawned. She's up here. Okay, you're watching for something very specific with our tanks. And what you're watching for...
It's time I took a personal hand in your demise.
Is the fact that they fire very, very fast.
Q1812 Overture?
Yeah. Okay, now, here comes the Kerrigan problem. So Kerrigan has this unique ability that kind of like, you guys remember the, Awesome, got her.
Kinetic Blast.
No, that's not it. That's not the ability we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about a completely separate ability. Okay, she's got two abilities that we care about that are scary. Ability number one, that's scary. Kerrigan ignores damage. Do you remember how, when we were fighting the, once upon a time, we were playing as Protoss, and we had the Immortals, and they just ignored damage up to a point? Kerrigan does the same thing. She ignores a certain amount of damage. It's really annoying. The other thing is she has this very specific, very obnoxious ability of hers. And that other ability is she disables and just immediately destroys a target, and she aims at the most expensive target she can see on the currently available. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure she doesn't have expensive targets to shoot at.
Okay, so wall of cheapos.
Right. So if you're asking yourself, why do I have, you see how fast these things are firing? That's a problem. That nice worm spawned right beneath my guys.
We got the Energy Nova good to go again.
Yep, don't need it though. Actually, you know what? We're gonna activate, just for the sake of doing it. Makes things a little bit safer.
It seems like a waste.
It got rid of a bunch of the Nidus rooms, which is the reason I used it. Okay, can we call in the next set? No? Okay. We need to have the next couple of tanks spawn to the upper side. Okay, and this is my cheapo unit, defense force. So, this is the strategy. How do you feel?
I will be very interested to see how this works.
Well, it's working.
Sir, I'm picking up a massive overlords heading your way. Ready your air defenses.
Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to have anti-air defenses. You'll notice that I kind of didn't make any.
Sure thing.
It's because I kind of forgot they're necessary in this. I forgot that you actually needed air defense or anti-air defenses for anything. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
No, actually, that is absolutely true. The funny thing, we actually have enough defenses to stop this nonsense. However, some things are going to take damage that I would prefer not to take damage. Kerrigan just spawned again.
Oh dear.
Scour you all from my heart.
I think you can actually choose to use the Nova on her as well.
That's why I was considering, you know, you might have wanted to hold on to it,
But now you're understanding why it's not needed.
yeah.
Okay, notice that she's taking almost no damage from the tanks, but my Marines just ripped her to pieces.
Kerrigan's going underground. Pour it on, troops.
Okay, we'll call my guys back, and we'll hold spot. Where is my hero unit? You, get over here. You keep on pumping out siege tanks. See how fast these things are firing? It's just, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Call in 2 more of those. Oh, we don't have enough Vespene gas? Now we have enough Vespene gas.
Blah, blah.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected. Nidus worm inbound.
Go ahead. I can't build here.
Might be a good time to use the artifacts Nova, sir.
It might be, but I'm not going to.
Your dime.
Upgrade. Not enough cleaners.
Roger.
Base is under attack.
Charging's going fairly quickly too. It's like, this isn't going to be a long level.
Nope. And you see why I'm not bothering to use the artifact most of the time?
Well, it should be used as a breathing room thing, or maybe to wipe out Kerrigan if she's getting a little,
I'm not sure how well it works against Kerrigan, honestly.
Well, okay.
But watch
Nidus
watch
worms.
this right here.
I was gonna say more Nidus worms are popping up, so
Yep.
I was gonna say if you can hold till Kerrigan pops up, I'd almost say, you know, fire it and let her have it. But if not, you might want.
She should be coming out soon, so I can definitely try it.
Just so we can show off what happens. Otherwise, you know, you might be able to use
Yeah.
it to clear out the Nidus worm and give yourself a little bit more breathing room.
You're being overrun. Use the artifact.
Who's
Go
being
Nova.
overrun? Are you not watching what's going on, sir? Is he seeing something I'm not? They haven't gotten a single enemy through that wasn't airdropped. Okay, well, actually, admittedly, there were some guys who got through over on this flank earlier. So I'll admit that, but there's no overrun going on here. In fact, let's just watch how not overrun we're getting. Nobody
one-shotting brutalists.
No, they're not one-shotting. It's the fact that there's usually 6 of them firing simultaneously. Remember, the higher that I pumped their damage, the faster they started shooting. So that's why this is going so well, is because... Oh, okay, she's coming. And keep in mind, Kerrigan moves extremely quickly.
Fools should never have come here.
Well, looks like she's going to go bottom this time. Okay, you want to see what happens to Kerrigan?
I'm curious, yes.
Absolutely nothing.
Aw.
Not affected the slightest.
She's retreated again. Hold the line.
Yep. But, at least now that you know.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected.
Cleared out a bunch of Nidus worms, which is always
Mm-hmm.
nice. And we are about 2/3 of the way down.
Yeah, the Nidus worms can be kind of scary, mostly when they spawn in the middle of a group of your tanks, like that group just did.
I'm just loving watching the mini-map and watching these guys get closer and closer and just vanish.
Yep.
But that's sort of the weakness. The Zerg rely on overrunning you, and if you've got good area control, that's just not going to happen.
Yep. And that's the entirety of this strategy, is just area control. And the, you might be curious, but the battle cruisers that I have down here are not at all needed in this normal strategy. I only have them because I wanted to do something with my battle cruisers. You notice that at the very beginning of this mission, I actually sent all other, I sent everybody else out. Like, all of my other units that it gave me. If they were not Marines, medics, or battle cruisers, I sent them off to die.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected. Nidus worm inbound.
I'll also, I'll show you what happens if you try to send a big unit against Kerrigan.
Pretty sure she just clobbers it.
Pretty much. She'll instantly kill it, so I'll send one of these guys.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm pretty sure she's kinetic blasting most of those.
Yep.
But oh, kinetic blast is worth seeing at least once because it does actually have.
Our unit kill count's gonna be so good.
Boy, howdy.
So keep in mind, we would be playing a much different game here if I had gone anti-air as opposed to anti-ground. Oh, they're actually getting through.
That's bad.
It's impressive.
They probably now luckily they've got an armful of Nidus worms now just pouring stuff out. So
yeah.
The artifact's energy nova is fully recharged.
This means I have to rearrange where some of my tanks go to make sure that we're hitting them a little bit further out. Like right here. Because I piled some of my tanks back here.
Overrun. Use the artifact.
Can you stop using words that don't make sense? Oh, hey.
Yep. Your time.
I was wondering why that was happening. And I'm just upgrading some of these for points now. Okay, right now, we're going to go for something silly, and we're going to see what happens.
Oh dear.
Kerrigan just respawned.
Psionic waveform detected. The Queen of Blades has returned.
I love that the, what's it called? The computer. I love that the computer recognizes it as the Queen of Blades and not the just class 4 psionic life form. Okay, now I want you to see what happens when we send a battle cruiser to go intercept.
Wait, why a cruiser?
Because it's the biggest thing I have that I don't need for my strategy. Never mind. We're not gonna have time. Because she just feasted. That's a problem. No, that's fine. I can get more units. As much as I don't like to call it like that, right now, Marines are a dime a dozen. That can go over here. Okay, so Mako, you want to ask the question I'm sure that's been on your mind?
When are you going to use the Nova?
There you go. At the very last minute.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected. Minus one.
I mean, the game seems to be encouraging you to fire it off every time it pops up, but...
You're being overrun.
Yeah. Oh, it's trying to get me to fire it off, but that's because the game doesn't expect me to be playing this extraordinarily stupid strategy that I'm playing.
You have this penchant for, that's right, I'm breaking out the big words, for, doing things to games that would be illegal if they were people.
Well, this strategy wouldn't work against people.
Not quite what I meant, but yeah.
Make sure we get the Jackson's Revenge repaired a little bit. Again, mostly just for bonus points. I mean, really, gotta remember, the only damage that the enemy is dealing to me... Actually, in general,
Sir,
they're not dealing damage to me. Like, that needs to be...
Scheisse. Look at all those nice groups.
And also notice how none of them are getting through.
It's not knives we're playing here, problems.
It's specifically the Queen of Blades, who should be spawning in less than 30 seconds.
I almost think that when she shows up, you should pop before she shows up so everyone can just focus fire her.
Nope.
the artifact's energy is peaking. Just hold out a little longer.
92% and rising.
And where is she? She's running late. I don't like it when my enemies don't keep their appointments.
Hello, I have a 413 for being annihilated.
So the only damage that's really being dealt to my base is actually friendly fire off the tanks that are hitting the front lines when stuff gets too close.
Everywhere. Sir, we should activate the artifact's Nova.
Stop talking to me. Go away! By the way, for those who are curious, this same strategy works on all difficulties, including Brutal. Is she not going to show up? Is she not going to come say hi at the hour of my glory? There she is. Okay, so let's show off what happens if something big attacks her. Okay, so let's go find her. Okay, watch what happens to this battlecruiser. She lifts, and she drops. Instant death. That is why you don't send a battlecruiser after Kerrigan, or anything big. Okay, so Mako, you wanted to know why I don't fire the artifact off. It's very simple. We're gonna fire it off.
You're being overrun. Use
There we
the
go.
artifact. Go Nova.
Are you waiting for it to go like 99%?
Yep.
We'll pay for this treachery.
99.5. Ready? You guys ready for the stupid? Are you ready for the stupid? Okay. 5, 4, 3, fire. Now, ready for this? Watch the cutscene.
Artifact power at full capacity.
We're being attacked!
Now or never, General.
Look at all the enemies attacking us! Quick, everybody panic! So many enemies attacking! This is an epic moment!
Oh, it melted. Forget the enemy was attacking us. I think it just melted the planet.
Yep. That cutscene's supposed to have tons of enemies attacking, but because it's rendered in real time based on the map, nobody was there to attack. That's why I waited. Really? At the very last second, a tank, in the middle of the cutscene, a tank spawned. And as the screen went to black, ready to roll out! So we lost 42 total units to Kerrigan. We got 432 Energy Nova kills. In case you're curious, a good way to use the artifact no more than once in All In. That would be a good way to do it.
Right near the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, the manual activations that I was doing. That's what Aces High can do. And it's a pretty good strategy. I've seen it work on Brutal. Let's watch our final cutscene. So we're searching through some dank and musky cavern made of flesh. I love they have lasers on their guns. Oh, I think we found it. I'm not sure. She doesn't look completely cured yet.
She didn't, but you kind of fried her brain.
Well, I mean, look at her hair.
Yeah, that never really gets fixed.
There's still some bone in there. But she looks fairly human. Kind of. Now, remember, Tychus had a job to do.
You reading all this?
You have your orders, Mr. Findlay. Carry them out.
Now, you notice that red flashing light.
Titus, what have you done?
And now we're learning what the cost of his,
I made a deal with the devil, Jimmy. She dies. I go free.
Funny thing about deals with the devil.
We all got our choices to make.
They have fine print.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget that Jim's been carrying that gun with one bullet for a very long time. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of Starcraft Wings of Liberty.
It's okay. I got you.
Oh, we know Kerrigan's not dead.
Gasp.
And we somehow beat the Zerg. And we get the Gladiator theme to finish us off, I guess. She's gonna have a hell of a time adapting to human life with that hairdo.
Well, we'll get to find that out later, I suppose.
Maybe.
Well, this is only this is only campaign 1.
Yep, this is campaign 1 of 3. And to date, the only campaign I've played.
Oh, we're in for some fun times.
And look, there's still pieces of ship and things coming down. That battle raged, like, everywhere. You guys didn't even see it, but there was shit going on in space and all kinds of stuff. And there's our credits. Go ahead and press the speed up button on those.
We can't speed past them.
We can, actually. That's what those controls are on the bottom.
Well, I mean, we can't skip it. I mean, well, we probably could, but
I think we probably could, but you know me. I like showing credits.
speaking of credits, so Mighty Number 9 just came out apparently.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that their credits for it are apparently 4 hours long?
Yeah, it includes all of the backers.
Hey, I'm on there somewhere. But it's just sort of like the joke is, the credits last longer than the game does. Yada, yada, yada.
Can you skip the credits?
I don't know. I would like to hope you can.
Turn it off. Just, okay, system's turning down. We're done. Yeah, we'll just skip through all of this. Lots of really pretty backgrounds that we just have no time to look at. I really do wish that we had like the 1812 Overture in the background when we were doing that.
Dub it in after the fact.
That requires doing work, and you know that I don't do that. Besides, I'm already kind of worried that the game was too loud to hear us at the very end. So there were a lot of explosions going on. I was having trouble hearing you. I think there's supposed to be music here, but I think it's not playing because I'm making it go fast. Or I have music turned off. I'm not sure which. One or the other. That's fine, though. Zip, 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 zip. These are really long credits.
Oh, yeah.
They've been going on for like 6 minutes now. This is on speed. Like, this is as fast as it goes. I'm guessing that's supposed to be a moon in the background.
That's no moon. That's a copyright infringement.
Could very well be. Let's not do that. That causes problems for me. Hey, we went to that planet.
We did.
I recognize some of these.
We have an unfortunate habit of not leaving them in very good condition, though, so...
That one was not my fault. I do not have the power to cause suns to go nova. I wish I did, but I don't have that power.
Yeah, well, we were there, and you know what the environmentalists are going to say.
I was not involved. It was the Protoss' fault. If you go back and look, they were there longer than I was. I came in after the sun went nova. I have a pretty solid alibi. More and more and more and more stuff. Hey, look, this one has a ship in it. I'm kind of curious why there's just this one solid line of art on that world. Like, that line's got to be like 10 miles wide. You know, in order to show up from space.
That's true. I wonder if that was supposed to be Core Hall.
Could be. Could very well be. Okay, so we got we're still going on. Now we're down to the legal team, so you gotta hope that doesn't last much longer. Nope, now we're into human resources, who apparently don't rank as high as legal. Oh, here's the finance team. Lots of them. Here's the admins. Now special project, now facilities. And the customer support reps. That's a very long list.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a long list of customer representatives. There's support for Korea. But only one person for Taiwan.
Huh.
And there's the North American customer support. It's still going.
Good grief. This is on double time.
Yeah. They take their customer support really seriously.
Good to know, I guess.
I never had to call in to get the... My mom was in there, apparently. Special thanks, large letters, your mom. Go back and look, I swear. Lots of thanks. Hey, I remember that planet. I had to do that one twice. Here's the
Look,
credits
one
for
that was
some of
on
the music
fire.
that I had to turn off.
Oh, we're getting their logos appearing. So
Yep, we're getting to all the legal nonsense. We're getting to the end of it. It's happening. Wait, that was it. We win! And thus ends the Wings of Liberty campaign. Completed. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see y'all next time.